Hippies are stupid, and they preach like kind of freedom and stuff. Everything you just can't believe, you know. And they're just stupid. They look ugly. They got long hair. They never wash. Well, neither do I, but they're just stupid. They take drugs. Disco's stupid too, because it's not honest. It's just made. They're made to sell, you know. It's like they're not even real groups.
We don't have as much to be as angry about. We're doing it, we're getting into it and everything else, but it's not as, I don't know if the right word is desperate or conviction, even conviction. I mean, I'm not doubting that these people really believe in what they're doing, but the people that I've seen from England or from the United States seem to be a little bit more. Maybe it's because they've suffered a little bit more. I mean, not too much to be upset about in Canada. Things are pretty good, I would say. You have to remember at the beginning, with the bands that are more or less at the top now, bands like the Rolling Stones and The Who, established themselves by the same type of thing. The Who used to destroy all their stuff on stage, and they're notorious for all the fights that they've started in hotels and destroying hotel rooms, which they still do. The Rolling Stones are responsible for causing, I'm sure, lots of riots, not just because people couldn't get in, but because fracasses started at the at the front of the stage or something like that. There's a lot of little things that started with the Rolling Stones. It's very similar to the beginning of their career as to what's happening here now.
Punk rock is very much a blood sport. The musicians and followers seem to revel in cutting their arms and legs open with jagged beer bottle glass. In Britain, the fad is to stick safety pins through the cheeks. But it seems that shock's the thing, not pain.
When I cut myself, so when kids see blood and stuff, it makes people feel like violent and aggressive and things. Either that or it's going to scare them off. And it doesn't hurt, you know. I just like doing it. No, the pain doesn't bother me at all, because it's just, you know, can't even feel it. I'm so drunk anyhow when I go on. And, you know, people like come up to me sometimes when I'm walking and like want to touch my scars and stuff, and they're like really serious, you know? Like they really, you know, like look up to you kind of, you know?
Why do you think they do that?
Because I'm something they're not, right?
It's based the same, you know, it's based on the same appeal as Evel Knievel or going to a fight or Gladiators. Somebody is going out to the edge and you don't know if they're going to go, and they keep you hanging on the edge of your seat watching. Is he going to fall? Is he going to jump through a speaker cabinet? Is he going to, you know, verbally assault the audience? It's, you know, it's the same as Don Rickles, Groucho Marx. People like to be insulted, I think, or they enjoy it, or whatever.
Let's make a romantic drive beneath the brightest of moons and hold each other so tight and listen to all our swoons. 'Cause that seems so peculiar.
We're the complete antithesis of what someone like the Viletones are doing. We're the good boys and they're the bad boys. They're stupid, we're smart. But that's compatible. You know, it doesn't mean that it's better. It's just different. And the same people can like both things. You know, it's quite an open shot, but it is, you know, anti-disco, etc., and definitely something brand new.
But like it or not, punk is gradually catching on. Fashion designers are already struggling to define the punk look. A punk fashion show's in the works for Toronto, and designer David Buchan has already had one of his own.
The punk look is something that, like the music, affects a style.
Just like a heavenly rhapsody, she captures you right from the start. Just like a beautiful melody, she'll play on the strings of your heart. A pretty girl is like a melody that haunts you night and day.
They use things like black t-shirts, lots of leather, black vinyl, safety pins, fake lips to suggest violence, to suggest something that doesn't exist. As I said, it's very much a style. You had Beatles records, and with the music, with the aesthetic, came the actual objects that you could wear. There were Beatle boots, there were Beatle t-shirts, there were a whole series of, with a haircut. You got pencil cases, binders, just everything imaginable. The Beatle jackets, it didn't matter exactly who it was. There was always something that you could incorporate into your look. The idea is that when you have these objects on, when you have the clothes on, you identify yourself as being involved with the aesthetic. People can tell by looking at you that you're a Beatle fan. Now, that was 10 years ago, and now it's 1977, and you wear torn blue jeans and black leather t-shirts, and what you're saying is that you're a Sex Pistols fan, or you're a Ramones fan, or you're a Viletones fan.
You see, we want to get a reaction, we're getting it, you know? We always will.
People think it's very serious, and they think it's new fascism, but it's actually there's a lot of parody and irony in it. It's meant to look that way. I mean, you can't really take a girl dressed in black leather, stilettos, and chains as serious. She's meant, you know, it's comedy. But then you get the people down there on the street, they see it and they think she's a biker when actually she has a IQ of 145 and goes to art school. So there is a lot of facade involved, but that's part of it.
I think it's a big turning point in popular music. Not for everybody, and I don't mean everything else that everybody ever liked is going to be obliterated or forgotten or you know, or ridiculed or anything like that. It's an addition to the types of music that is possible, and it's just going to, you know, it is, and it's going to be forever. I don't know what will happen. It's certainly not temporary. It's very significant. In 5 years from now, people aren't going to be sounding exactly like they sound now, but the roots of it are around now, and they'll do something else to it.
This isn't the kind of show we can do in 5 years, because kids will change, right? And we don't want to be like a farce like the Stones and the Who and things that are still doing things they did 10 years ago, 15 years ago.